All right, this is a quick reality check. Um, I believe this is about to be my 60th video. I need to double check. I've been just making videos after videos because, like I said before, I know my time is limited, and I know all our times are limited. But as a target individual, you're being pushed even further. The time is even more limited, and I just want to make sure I say things that I need to say before that time comes. And I just want to be able to express myself before I won't be able to express myself. So whatever I will continue to be as enlightful as I can. I just want to make sure that to all my target individual, you're not alone, and you're not experiencing that alone. And the reason why I'm making this video is because those testimonies have been the reason why I've been confident, and the validation I've had was amazing. I needed some sort of validation because as a target individual, what's happening is they're trying to make you doubtful after time, especially longer and longer. Before it's just it's as observant as possible. Let me repeat that: it's absurd as possible because you just remember being yourself not too long ago, and now I'm experiencing all this stuff. Obviously something's happening to my brain, but when you're like 3 4 years in, it's different. Uh and it's different because you start to fade away, your memories are fading away, so you forget really who you are. And this is also another reason why I make videos, because I can always go back and see myself in 2020, how I was, and I was definitely better. I was better at speaking and describing what was happening. Now with time, it's harder to speak, um, because of what they're doing. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna continuously try to push you to be doubtful in regard of what's happening to you. They want you to somehow accept this as if it's you. No, we're not lying. We're not changing your brain. We're not doing anything to your brain. We're not manipulating you. We're just analyzing. We're not manipulating your thoughts. It's you. You are what's happening to you. You are a pedophile. We're not doing the pedophilia things. We're not manipulating you this way. You see? It's you. And so how they will do this is they obviously they do the obvious manipulation. You know this. At this point, you know exactly what they're doing. It's systematically happening, and it's going to continue to happen nonstop. This one thing they haven't been doing. They've been doing 24/7. As you can see, they forcing me to say something else. There's something they've been doing 24/7 is this nasty stimulations, manipulations. They do that nonstop, consistently, the most systematic thing. Every once in a while they do other things, but it's not happening often. It's just every once in a while they do these things. It's not something they do all the time, but they're gonna continuously do things to you that you it's just you. Other time it's just like, isn't that, did they do this? Like it's just. And then other time it's like, okay, this is the things they do all the time, non-stop. They'll non-stop they manipulate this way. With me, I gotta say that my targeting has been a lot of internal manipulation. I know some people experience moments where people come in their apartments, move things around, and this and that. Me, it hasn't happened as much. I know sometimes they've done it where I go in the patio and I see somebody put like a cigarette under the chair, like literally, like it's not like something that was thrown there. It was like placed purposely for me to see. So I know they do it, but it's very rare. But with that being said, I know that they have access to my apartment. So when I leave, I'm like, for sure they can come in my apartment, do whatever they want, for sure. Now, do they do that? I don't know. I've not seen a lot of it, in the sense that I come back and I see things moved around, but they can definitely do that. They've done a few things here and there. This is something they do every once in a while. Every once in a while, they play with my computer devices, my phone devices. It's not all the time, but once in a while they do that to show that they control of that. So this is the things they do every once in a while. What they do every day, every hour, every minute is my what they do to me mentally, psychologically, directly with the synthetic telepathy and my and V2K and and to the point when it's almost weird when they don't do it. Like for example, V2K when they when they always say things. You hear people talking, right? You hear them interacting and try to make annoy you, agitate you, gaslight you via the V2K technology. Repetitions, the typical things they do. Repetition, things that are threatening or warnings, as they like to call it. Warnings, saying this is gonna happen, saying, oh, like basically try to make you accept this persona non-stop. This is what they do to the point of when they stop doing it, you feel like, okay, what's going on here? You kind of like, what's happening? So this is the things they do. Another thing, manipulation, sexual manipulation, stimulations of all sorts. They thought manipulation. They force you to think in these disturbing pedophilia ways all the time, non-stop, non-stop, to the point that now when they don't do it, I'm surprised. I'm like, oh wow, they didn't do it. They didn't do the thing. I'm surprised when they don't do it. I'm expecting them to do it. Sometimes I'm like, what? And I'm like, wow, I'm not experiencing the shit, the stuff, sorry, that they make me experience. I'm sorry. They kind of force me to use this language. Not to say I don't use that language, but I try not to use it on YouTube. So on videos, they make me experience these disturbing pedophilia things. And when they don't do it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's just I'm me again for 2 seconds, and then boom, turn these disturbing things again. And I cherish those moments when I don't experience these disturbing pedophilia things. Is incredible. I'm like, wow, I'm looking at this and nothing's happening to me. They're not doing anything to me. It's crazy, you know. But it doesn't last long. 2 seconds after, boom, it's disturbingness, disgustingness, and I can't even look at a child forehead before a child forehead because they're gonna do this disturbing things to me. So that's that. Um, and so they want you to be doubtful, right? And so the way they make you doubtful and gaslight you is by saying, okay, if you think they did something and they didn't do it, they're like, oh, you see, you thought, you see, that's you. One example, and there's many of them, but I'm just one example. And also they kind of trick you to be very paranoid, because not even tricky, but you should be kind of paranoid in the sense that they are doing things to you. There are things that you don't even know that is happening. So it's good to be paranoid in that sense. But they're gonna use, if you think that they did something and they didn't do it, they're gonna use that moment to say, you see, we didn't do anything. We're not doing this thing to you. It's in your, it's you. You are that. We're just analyzing it. For example, you know last a few nights ago, they're like, I can hear them well, they made me hear them saying something about Instagram via the video game, where they tell me something about Instagram, like, oh, it's our Instagram, something Instagram. Now I already know that they have access of more social media. Like, it's obvious they have access of that. Every once in a while they've shown how that they have access, but if they have this technology, like, breaking in somebody's Instagram is not it's the easiest thing to do for them. So I heard something about Instagram, and I'm like, okay, well, I know that you guys have complete access to my Instagram. I know that you can easily do anything you want on my Instagram. This is nothing. But I don't know why you're saying that. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to plot something. I don't know. They're trying to create something. I don't know, but they say that, so it's, it's in my head. And this morning, I go on my Instagram profile and I see a profile that I don't recognize. The first thing I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay, who's that? Whatever. I'm like, in my mind is like, okay, they were talking about the Instagram thing. It's probably somebody who made me follow, who logged on my Instagram and followed that person. They've done something like that before. They've done where, And next thing I know, I look at my storyline. I did not follow this person. Why is happening? It happened a few times, not a lot. So it's not the norm. It's rarely happening. And so, but they also talked about Instagram yesterday or the day before. So I'm already like, oh, okay, this look, this is they did this. And I didn't even go onto the Instagram profile first. And then I go on this profile and realize it's not somebody different. It's somebody just changed their profile picture. And then they're like, you see, it's you. And they use this moment to gaslight you, to make you accept these things they do to you. Do you see how psychologically they're trying to break you down and make you accept these things? So to all my target individuals, those are the tactics they use. So no, they don't usually do these things on my Instagram, but they have done that. Yes, you become a little bit on high alert, especially when they talk about Instagram before this happened, and then you see this thing, and your brain is already gone into like, oh my gosh, they're it's them doing this, not them doing, but it's their profile. It's somebody else on my Instagram who followed somebody else, and now that's with you because of all these things you already have like in your mind, okay, these people obviously hacked your Instagram profile, but you become very like super like almost paranoid. And so you see something that's not the usual on your Instagram. After they talked about Instagram, you think, okay, they did this, right? And then you realize, no, it's somebody who changed their profile. You understand they use these moments too, and they understand this is a moment that they can use to try to make you doubtful that the obvious stuff that is there's no way to be doubtful about. They're gonna use this moment to try to make you doubtful. Oh, also, you see this moment, you thought it was us, but it wasn't. But you thought it was us. So these pedophilia things that you're doing to me, these pedophilia things that you do to me, or these pedophilia things that you claim that we do to you, it's not us. Because you see here, you thought it was us, but it wasn't us. So this thing is not us. So to all my target individual, you understand how this mind game works. This is gaslighting. This is mind games. So let me say that to all my target individual. For example, me, I have no doubt, and I will never have doubt till I die, that my reactions that I'm experiencing today, this my thoughts that I experience today, my all of this reaction and stimulations and manipulations and thoughts derives are coming from them manipulating my brain, my thoughts, my reactions, and is very pedophilia centric. It's a very pedophilia focused. It's disgusting, and it started since August 19, 2019. This is something they've been doing systematically. I will continuously experience that, and that includes dreams and other things. Dreams are manipulated in certain ways. Thoughts are always manipulated. I have not been myself since August 19, 2019. My thoughts have been hacked at some level. I've been hacked 24/7, from extreme disturbingness to other thoughts nonstop. And so that I will never. And with that being said, also I can see that my body is definitely reacting to what they're doing to my body. I can feel pain, vibrations, and things of that, which is the obvious. This is also something I cannot. There's no doubt about, right? This is not something they can even try to make doubtful. I don't go feeling this vibration in my stomach is not something that that's I'm just this is what's happening to my body. So there's no way they can make me doubtful of that. There's nothing they can do. Yeah, I'm not, I'm not. My bed is, whatever. It's not forcing me to vibrate. It's just there's no doubt, right? And by the way, they everything I said is already they know I'm gonna say. So they say these things in advance to kind of make it hard for me to speak about it. But there'll be another video I'll make, and this is gonna be another interesting video that I just need some more time to kind of put that together to express what they do, which is insane. But going back to how they try to make you doubtful, is they're trying to every time you have a moment where uh moments where you think they did something, especially when it comes to like something on your phone or something on your profile, or maybe like did they, those moments, and then and it's not right. They're gonna be like, oh, you see, you always you thought it was us, right? No, but it wasn't. Just like these things that's happening to you, those thoughts, they're yours. It's you. Those dreams, they're yours. We're just analyzing. We caught you. We caught you with these thoughts. You were having those. We just caught you. Stop saying church. Stop lying. Stop lying to yourself. This basic ass gaslighting. No, to all my target individual, do not doubt yourself. Like I said, for me, they a billion time percent do all this nasty manipulation methods that are pedophilia centric. They've renowned to do these things. I'm thankful to all the target individuals who've been validating me with their testimonies, and that's why I'm asking to all target individuals to continue to make your videos. You are validating and even saving people's life by talking about your testimony, what's happening to you. There is nothing that can make me believe that these things I'm experiencing is happening to me organically. When I can just press play and listen to somebody in the middle of the other side of the country saying the same thing and describing it the same way I'm describing it. There's nothing. So those moments, they're gonna try to make you be doubtful. You understand? They're gonna jump on it. They're gonna, and they obviously prep for it. If they're talking about Instagram the night before, and so they know this is something you're gonna do. So I was like, okay, this is a perfect time for me to talk about these tactics of trying to make you doubtful about the things they do. And that's that. In the midst of that, like I said, to all my to in my all my videos, they are doing this thing that they always do that you don't have doubt about, right? The V2K, they're going through and say how I'm gonna get knocked out. They say how I'm gonna be tortured and all that. And the reason why they say that via V2K is because when I put things in perspective, they don't like that. They want me to just like somehow be frustrated, but I'm not. And the reason why I'm not frustrated naturally is because it gives me strength. Like in 2 seconds, I'm gonna listen to a testimony, right? I can listen to this. Oh, it's not working, unfortunately. I was gonna listen to a testimony, and it's gonna put things back in perspective. That these things they do is what they do. Now, every once in a while, there's things that like this Instagram thing, and this is I use this moment because it's just very very obvious that it's not like they're not like it's not really gonna break me. But they're gonna use whatever they can do to make you subscribe to it, right? And as I'm saying that, like I said, they tell me I'm gonna get raped, they're gonna break me, and all these horrible things are gonna happen to me. Now I understand I'm strong in this because I've heard women going through the same issue. So if a woman kept being told that she's gonna be raped, how they gonna do these horrible things to her, how she gonna lose her family, she's gonna get cancer, she's gonna do it. Me as a man, I should be strong enough to deal with whatever they say. And whatever's gonna happen, I'm just so thankful that I did not subscribe to anything. That's why I keep pushing people. Please make your testimony. Wear a mask if you have to. I'm wearing a mask, but speak up because I'm telling you the reason why I cannot be doubtful uh, is because I'm super validated, and I hear these people talking, using, and something else that I'm thankful for in a way, and also it's also degrading because they use these Sherlock people, right? They tell me, and they're using their tone. It's like they have a gimmick of a voice, right? It's like, oh, you won't, you'll be, you'll be hurt, and you won't, and because I said justice will be done, right? And so, and you won't. in by hearing these voices, I'm like, you, the way you sound today is already shown that she, you're such a nothing. It's just so easy. Like it won't even take much for these people to be in a situation where they understand that you are not God. You know, you will get yours. You will get reimbursed properly. But they use this tone of voice like, oh, I'm so confident. Oh, oh yeah, okay, well, it's us. Okay, oh. It's like children. Yes, you are doing this pedophilia type of torture. It's non-stop. Yes, I'm gonna experience these things non-stop. That's what I keep saying. Yes, yes, you are doing horrible things to my organs. Of course. Yes, you're doing things to stimulate me in these disturbing ways. You are manipulating my brain, and you want me to subscribe to this persona that you've created. When in reality, you're just projecting a lot of the things that you're doing to me. These people are truly are pedophiles. Like this, the pedophilia. I just found something kind of interesting today, but just to wrap everything up, to tell my target individual, understand how disgusting these people are. When I was reading this article, it's mentioned about there was a mention of this DARPA employee. He's a program manager, and they caught some child porn on his government devices, government computer. Program manager, right? Not just anybody. I found out that the DARPA has only about 200 or so employees. Only 200, maybe 220, I believe. The way they organize themselves is about 100 of them are program manager, and they're the one in charge of these projects, and the others are below. So 200 is a very low amount of employees. And to find out that not only one of those employees, but a program manager, somebody, and the program manager responsibility is greater than what you think. It's not just like in some corporations they have program manager, but there's thousands of employees. There's only 200, and 100 of them are program managers. And the responsibility, we're talking about an agency that specifically focuses on creating advanced technology to be superior than any other nation, to have the best technology. This is the agency that handles that. You understand the level of budget they have. The sole job is to create technology that is surpassing anything else. DARPA, look into DARPA. So you understand this technology, what's happening to us, target individual. DARPA has involvement of some level, because this technology that's almost sci-fi is what DARPA works on. You hear them creating robots of some sort. This is DARPA. They work for the DoD. They're under the DoD. There's only 200 employees there. 100 of them program managers, and they're the people in charge with the different projects. One of them caught with child porn on his computer. At least one of them. I'm telling you, these people are filled with pedophiles. And so you, as a target individual, who are forced to day in and day out to think in this way, and this is not just me, right? The reason why I'm so strong within knowing what's happening to me is because of these validations. They do these pedophilia things non-stop, non-stop. It's meant to break me down, but I'm not subscribing to it. I'm not. I'm looking at them the way that I should look at them. This They use these childlike people sometimes, right? And because they sound like children, I should be like, no, they sound like children. They couldn't be involved in this. Of course, there's a whole family involved. You hear like little kids, oh, it's you, like little kids. But I've heard that from other target individuals saying the whole family is involved in this. Whole families, children, whatever. This is part of the program. I've been validated. As I'm saying that, disgusting thoughts, as always. This is what they do. This is what they will always continue to do. So to all my target individuals, They will try to make you as doubtful as possible. Whatever they can create, whatever scenario, whatever moment that can create some kind of doubt, they're gonna try to emphasize it, to create something. Oh, you thought this was us, but it wasn't. Oh, you see. So everything that you're 100% sure that it's us, it's not us. It can be as minuscule as what I just explained, which you can understand that they've prepped it. There'll be things that they will do and that will be systematically happening 24/7. And then there'll be things like, oh my gosh, is that where they're going now? Is that what they're doing now? Is that new? Is that them? Did they do this? This is new, but the high alert. And they talk about it before it happens. Or this they talked about Instagram yesterday. Oh, this profile. Is that them? I know they've done this like before. Is that them again? And so of course you become as, oh, you see, oh my gosh, they're doing this again. Because you're already in a high alert. And so when you find out it's not them, it's like, oh, you see, it's you. All this thoughts and manipulation that makes you go crazy, it's you all along. We're not manipulating, we're not doing these things. To all my target individual, this is how they're gonna play with you. They're gonna use some childlike people to try to agitate you and say things to annoy you, to interrupt you. But these people are contractors in this program that is supposed to make you lose yourself and accept these pedophilia things they do to you as if it's you, while they're actually filled with pedophiles. So be strong. Understand that you're an honorable person. You know, I hear people saying, I love it because they're watching me break it down. But these people are not the most stable people, and they're very much coward like. So understand you're an honorable person, and I'd rather die in this dignified way than live the way they live. Thank you and stay strong.